Well, it's time to take you guys out behind the shed again because we have to keep getting this building ready for paint, which means restoring and repairing all the rotted wood. You can see right down here, that spot is obviously bad, and then it gets solid again. And right down here, it is also soft right there. Now, what's interesting about this spot is that there shouldn't be this much water damage. Now, it could have been just leaking into that bottom trim that was here. But I've been looking at this wall and it seems to be bowed out. If you're here looking up, it humps outward. And that is a sign that I look for because it tells me that the straps holding this siding on are probably coming loose from the building, and that means that there could be a water leak up at the edge of the roof, and the water could be coming down from the roof. So I say all that just to get to the point that what we're going to do is starting by taking off this siding so that we can see what's going on with the hump in the wall and try to figure out why this rotted, because if it is leaking from up above, that needs to be fixed. I was just taking out the screws to the siding, and I'm finding my next sign of wall decay, rusted screws coming out. The issue we're having is that there's hidden staples that hold the sheets on, so we just have to find a sheet that we can pop off, and then we'll be able to work it over.
What was that?
I don't know, something touched my finger and it scared me. I think a washer fell on me. Wow, our siding's looking a little wobbly here. Evie? I need help! Both sheets are falling. She always leaves at the wrong time. This is what I found so far. Spider. Right where I was reaching my arm.
Ew. Ew.
And there's only minor water damage where those rusted screws were. You see that? But yeah, you can definitely see the straps are popping out of the 2x4. See those straps? That's why there's a lump in the wall. Look at this one. You see what happened?
Yeah.
Come on. That's just a crevice spider. They used staples that are like this long to hold the straps to the studs. They're only holding in like ½ an inch. So you're expecting ½ an inch of staple to hold all this siding up. It's ridiculous. And that's why we've been going around as we take the siding off and adding screws for reinforcement.
They do have the nails in there too on some of them.
Yeah. We're just noticing right here, there's a nail and a nail. And we haven't seen that yet. It makes me wonder if somebody tried reinforcing them. Maybe they were having trouble with it.
They probably did. This one's right on the edge.
Yeah.
There we go.
That's the lump I was seeing in the wall. Check it out. That's super loose. Look at these. So this is actually a really good discovery because we don't have rot, and I was afraid I was gonna find like a rotted stud, like water's been coming down. But no, look at the wall is dry and looking good. The little bit of water damage that's in here probably just leaked in where the screws were. That's what it looks like. And the main problem is that all those staples pulled out.
Yeah.
That was a poor building choice by the manufacturer of this building. They didn't build it with enough strength. They could have used better fasteners. Here, we can fix this.
Easily.
But think about how dangerous that is, like in case of a storm or something. You got winds blowing and all of your siding is just kind of floating on the side of your house.
Barely held on by a few staples.
Yeah, if one started coming off and you get wind under it, you're gonna have a mess. Let's make sure we keep these in order.
Yeah,
we're gonna keep going. Might as well. Look at, we're down to the nitty-gritty. Let's make this job bigger and harder.
you found some things, right?
Somebody has removed these windows and installed them with silicone. And there's no butyl tape behind them, you see?
Yeah. Completely dry.
They probably saw a water leak or something, I don't know, but you're not supposed to silicone these in. Silicone's never gonna last, it's never gonna keep the water out. You need something like butyl tape because it stays soft for years, even decades, and it fills the voids and it's sticky, but it doesn't dry up and it doesn't rely on adhering like silicone where it has to be stuck to the surface. That butyl tape's always going to be just mushed in there, keeping the water out. And it popped out very easy because look at it, no seal. A little tiny bead of silicone. I don't think we'll mix that one up.
Yeah.
Yeah, now I can show you guys. I'll try to show you guys the staples they used. Look how long those are. This was holding our siding up.
Just give them to me.
When she threw them on the ground, it's not more.
So now we're going to replace those with some nice, strong screws. Guess we're ready for an update. We just finished up reinforcing all the straps all the way to the corner. So both rows completely done. Now the wall is strong again. And now we can turn our attention to the rim joist. That's what we opened this up for. Basically, all I have to do is start prying out all the nails from these straps. That'll take me a little while, so I'm just gonna go ahead and work on those. And once all the straps are off, we'll be able to cut out the wood. And you might notice that a lot of this wood is still good on this joist. Nice, solid wood. The reason we are replacing it is because there's a rot spot, because the rot spots are so close together that we didn't want to leave a hobbled together rim joist. You could cut out exactly what's rotted and just fix that and the building would be fine. We're just taking it a step further and replacing it so we have one solid new piece.
Did you take out the bolts yet?
No, I forgot.
You have to.
That's true. Lag bolts. Strap is gonna give me a hard time.
It's off.
What do you think of this nasty mess?
Normal.
I don't think there's anything I have to do. We got a tiny bit of wood water damage on the end of one of these joists, but not enough to stop anything from working here. This is all looking good. And look at, the wall is solid, the floor is solid. Or actually, let's put it this way.
Come right down a little bit.
Okay, we just finished screwing this in. We have it all tight and attached and it looks good. So now we're going to put some flashing tape over this as a protective barrier so that it doesn't rot again if water ever did leak in. Then we'll get these straps put back down. We're going to start putting siding up. We're starting to run out of light. It's getting late in the day, so I don't know if we're going to be able to finish the whole job today. But if we can get this part secured, we'll be doing good. And again, I don't want to forget, we have to anchor this wall back into the joist. Since we had to cut out the old one, this wall is now in a state of weakness. So if we anchor it back down with some big old strong screws, you see how that's going to anchor right through the floor and grab into that fresh wood, and we'll be nice and strong again. Goes to the top of the joist. You're way too high. This way. Okay. Now I'm gonna grab some nails. We're gonna get these straps nailed back down. Just got our straps back on. We're gonna try to put some siding up before we lose light, and we'll take a break. Oh, this is upside down.
Yeah.
Well guys, we're out of light. We made progress. We're getting it done. And now, I'm not sure if we're just gonna keep working a little bit to button this up or not. I was just told that it might rain tonight. So
I don't know. Do you want to check first?
we can check. Because if it rains, all the water comes right off the roof. It's gonna sog up all this insulation. But either way, I think we're gonna be staying by now because we're at the end of the day and there's not much more to see after this. So thanks for watching, and until next time, take care. Thanks for supporting us and being with us while we fix this building.